Our next presentation is from the Maccam group, Nick Zgradic and Tim Duff. We're going to tell us about a lot of different lights that they handle. They're a service provider and a reseller. They handle all these different brands from Mole, Airy, Sumo Light, which is a really cool light. And take it away, Nick.
All right. I got to tell you something. My name is Nick Zgradic with Maccam. We're in Van Nuys. We have a nice little showroom, and we try to stay on top of all the latest and greatest stuff. We are a dealer and distributor of numerous brands. We have a few of those samplings here today. And I just wanted to let you guys know something, just, kind of right off the bat. I've been a professional lighting salesman now for about, almost 20 years now. I can't believe I can actually say that. And, the interesting thing is that I get phone calls every single day from customers. And they ask me, Nick, what kind of lights should I buy? And I tell them I have absolutely no idea. And the reason why I say that sort of thing is because there are so many options of lighting systems and fixtures out there these days. And at Maccam, we really try to make the point that there is never one light that is necessarily better than the other. I think we can all agree here that all these different lights do different things, and they're all part of your toolkit. And that's one of the most important things to remember. So, whenever you do call us or whenever you do visit us at our showroom, it's important to remember that we're going to give you a lot of options, and we're going to talk to you about what your application is. And that's one of the most important reasons why people keep coming back to us. And then another question that I get all the time is after we figure out, after this conversation with our customers, and we figure out after all this of what you need, they ask me, well, Nick, how do you pay for all of this stuff? And to also say, I have absolutely no idea what's in your bank account. But what I do know is I have a good friend and colleague by the name of Malcolm Mills. And you can speak to him, and he can talk to you about financing a lot of these different things. We all know that these days productions are getting smaller and more concentrated, so there's a lot of freelancers out there. And so if you need to talk about financing, you can also, we can help you with that. Now, the third thing that I always get is, Nick, how do you control all of these lights? That's when I have an idea, because one of the products that I'm going to talk to you about, or actually not me, but my good friend and colleague, Mr. Tim Duff from Lighticians, he's going to go ahead and show you a really cool system that we've been talking to a lot of people about today. It's called Lighticians, and he's going to take it away in just a minute and give you a great sampling on the latest and greatest wireless control. And he's going to do that showing you the Sumo Space, which is a fantastic example of one of the latest and greatest 6K equivalent bicolor LED space light systems. It's getting a lot of attention, and there's a good reason for that. And we're also going to show you some of the other prime examples that are out there too these days. We've got a Kino Flow Select. Of course, we have an Airy Sky panel. We have our friends from Mole, and numerous other brands that we can help you with. So with that being said, Mr. Tim Duff from Lighticians. Folks, let's give him a nice little welcome, shall we? All right. No problem.
Nick, thank you very much. My name is Tim Duff. I'm CEO of Lighticians, and just to kind of piggyback on what Nick already said, there are so many great LED lighting products out there that do a lot of different things and have a lot of cool features. And we're at the point where control is really the next step in taking advantage of what all of this has to offer. Now, there's so many different wireless protocols, there's different apps, there's consoles, there's so many different things, and I think people right now are really kind of swimming in what direction do I go with, what do I use. And there's a lot of issues, I think, that currently exist where a lot of these current systems involve a lot of trial and error and a lot of figuring things out, hacking, a lot of homemade, NTEC router to, airport, or Linksys to, NTEC to whatever. And we feel here at Lighticians, the most important thing that we can do for our customers is to create a great, easy user experience and to try to get rid of as much of the back end as possible. And we want to get you guys to the point where you're making beautiful light with the equipment that you have as quickly and easily and in as fun of a way as possible. So we've come up with our system. that consists of this perfect marriage between hardware and software. So in order to connect everything and control it, we have what we call our shine boxes. Now, this gets rid of all that other clutter that you have. We have 3 boxes to a kit. One is your master. You plug it in, it creates the network, and you connect to it, and you're ready to control your lights. You get a full universe of DMX into that box. And then we have 2 additional boxes that you can add on and sprinkle at different points in your set. This gives you a lot of flexibility as far as where things are entering. You can use Lumen Radio, you can use all these different protocols, and we become a system that can be added on or supplemented to the other equipment you're already using, or for a very easy, especially on location, we're only somewhere for a couple of hours, you plug it in, connect, and you're ready to go. This is really great and easy way to just get as many of these lights hooked up as possible. I mean, it only took us a few minutes to get this rig set up. And then from there, we have our app, which we call Juicer. And this is a real exciting, fun, new approach to how you control your lights on set, where a lot of the current solutions really are made up of kind of a console-based approach that has a lot of this theatrical stuff that you don't necessarily need every day on your motion picture set. We said, let's make something that feels more like an app and is more about a film set. So I'll take you through a little bit on the app, and also as I go through, kind of touch on some of the special things that we do to take advantage of some of the lights that we have here. So we have our projects, which is basically you create your scene. It could be a whole a set, however you want to split it up, but basically this is your one look, your one scene that you want to kind of play with. So you create one, it's very easy, you name it. We have one ready for DCS here, and you'll see all your lights that are patched in here will show up on a nice organized list. Basically, to control it, we have this 10K, which actually is connected to a shine box via, that's being powered by a Mophie battery case, by the way, which is another added easy thing that you can do. And we actually just came in here today and hooked up to one of these lights for the first times, and within minutes we're able to control it. You highlight that light, you press in the bottom right corner, there's that slider screen, and then boom, you're changing the intensity on this light. For our sumos here, so this guy, actually, what's really great about the Sumo, we've been working very closely with them, and it's the only light that you can turn this on and it'll be able to connect directly to our shine boxes without any configuration. It is completely wireless, does not need any DMX cabling or Lumen radio in order to work within our system. So this being a great light that is oftentimes rigged up in bunches makes it much easier for that crew to be able to just get those things up there and then start controlling them. So I'll kind of demonstrate control of that. You go into your slider screen. Again, you have your intensity control. And what we do with all of our bicolor lights, we have profiles for all the motion picture lights, something that some of the other control applications don't necessarily have. We've worked hard with a lot of manufacturers to give you accurate profiles. We show you the full range in color temperature from full tungsten to daylight. You can see the Sumo goes from 2800 to 6500. You can change that very quickly and easily. And you can also enter in an exact value. So if you want to go exactly to a certain number, you enter it in, and there it is. You can undo if you don't like what you just did, go back to your previous setting, and then once you're done, you go back here and it stays. Now, we have RGB control, such as with the sky panel over here. As you can see, we can multi-touch and play with various different colors. Again, if you know exact values that you want for this, enter it in, and very easy, get out, and there it is, you're set. The Kino, we have a special profile for it that takes advantage of its digital gelling. Again, you have your intensity slider, your white light, so going from full daylight down to tungsten. And then we have this little cheat sheet. As you know, they have about 232 gels in their current gel mode. And we make it very easy for you to just enter in an exact value. Medium blue is 168. We can go right to that on the Kino Select. You want to go to rose pink, that's 218. And again, a very easy way, if you have a few of these, to just cycle through a bunch of different looks and be able to adjust your tungsten underneath it. This will really make your workflow very quick and easy when you're on set. Now, to patch these lights, we also have a very easy process. We decided to kind of rethink a universe as if it's a year, and let's make this like your calendar app. So, you have these 512 days or addresses in your calendar, and then each light really becomes its own event. So, this red circle, that's your, 2 meetings you have in LA. The yellow, you have your trip to Tahiti like you would on your calendar. It's very easy. And to patch it, you just pick the profile you want, highlight it, drag it in to the address, name it, pick a color, pick a shape, and there's your light. And then this gives you this bird's eye view of where everything is, so you don't have to just memorize all the names and the addresses. Very easy to make a custom profile as well. And once you're all said and done, you go through all of this, you set your project up, and you're going to pass it off for someone else to control. You go into your project, hit this little share button at the bottom, tap on it, and you can text, email, or airdrop the file to someone else on your crew. You disconnect from the network, they hop on, immediately they have control, and the levels will all be set. This also allows you to very easily kind of duplicate the process without having to repatch if you want different looks, or as we're calling expressions on scene. So as you can see here, we've been playing around a little bit, but I have another look that I like. And boom, I can quickly and easily just go through all the different kind of styles and stages with very minimal setup. In fact, I kind of just played with this while I was sitting listening to some of the other things, and you don't need to be connected in order for that to happen. You can just kind of duplicate and then make tweaks and have all these different looks that you can cycle throughout the entire set. So again, we wanted to find something that's very easy, very simple, but very powerful for our customers. So thank you very much. This is all that I have to say. We have a booth over there. Like I said, we do a lot of cool stuff with a lot of different products. We really want to, one, make everything much easier for our customers, and two, work with these manufacturers to help really accentuate what all of these different lights do very well. So thank you. And